In this video, I'm going to tell you exactly why your funnel can't scale past 5K, 10K, 15K a month, and every time you try to scale, something breaks. So I'm going to give you the 5 leaks in your business and your funnel that you can fix immediately. Don't need to fix all 5 at once, just fix one at a time, and I assure you, you will see some great results. By the end of this video, you will know exactly what to do. And yeah, I've done this for 75 I've done this for many of my clients and I've made over $75 million for them. And each time someone comes to me with a problem, I fix them with one of these plugs and I fix one of these leaks in their funnel. Okay, so why your funnel won't scale? You're making money, the funnel is converting, but every time you increase ad spend, it breaks. Conversions drop, CPL spikes, cost per lead spikes, profit evaporates. This is not a traffic problem. The ceiling is almost never the ads. It is the 5 things underneath the ads that were never built to handle scale. Fix these 5 and the ceiling disappears. Okay? So leak number 1 is your offer was built for warm traffic, not cold strangers. When you scale ad spend, you are reaching colder and colder audiences, people who have never heard of you, who have no context, who are seeing your offer completely blind, people who are unaware that these kind of offers, not this offer, but these kind of offers even exist. Okay, if your offer was built around a specific mechanism, a niche angle, or insider language, cold traffic will not connect. The offer that got you to 10K was probably built for warm-ish traffic. That same offer served cold at scale will crater your conversion rate. Okay, so cold who sees your offer at scale. Broad is how your offer must be positioned, and universal is the pain your offer must address. So the first thing you should do is test your offer with completely cold audiences before scaling. When you scale a campaign and you're targeting your current audience that you have, you're remarketing to your current audience that you have. Guys, anyone can do that. It's not that hard, right? You might be seeing a positive ROI of 5x, 6x, and so happy, and then you try to scale, and then you'll be like, oh my god, if I spend $1,000 a day, I get $8,000 back. And then when you actually try, it doesn't feel that way, because when you see your ad, there's something called frequency. Okay, frequency is how many times that ad is being shown to the same person. And if you're remarketing to your audience and you bump the budget that high, the frequency is gonna reach 10, 20, and that means you're basically running a very expensive retargeting ad. Sorry. Position around the universal pain, not the niche mechanism. Make the result so obvious a complete stranger understands it in 3 seconds. Ensure the offer name implies the outcome, not the process. Okay, so right now I'm creating something called Operation Lifestyle Business. So that's the offer name, and it's literally implied in the name of the offer, what it is. Okay, and as of filming this video, I'm building it out. It might come out by then, I don't know. But I'm going to give you examples below, and I'm going to give you exact things of what to do, okay? Do not use insider language only warm audiences understand. If you have a current audience, you probably know there are some things your current audience only understands about you. You do not want to do that in your cold audiences. Assuming cold traffic will do the research to understand your offer, all the research should be done within your sales material and your ads, okay? What that means is you should be explaining your offer enough and explaining your credibility enough such that you don't need to do research outside of that. Is there a segment of the audience that will always do that? Of course. What I'm saying is, it's a good general rule to follow. Okay, scaling ad spend before testing with ice cold traffic, building the offer around what you do instead of what they get. Okay, what you do is helping people lose weight. What they get is completely different. What they get is a meal plan, they get this, they get the transformation, all those things, okay? So the fix is rewrite your offer headline for a complete stranger, remove any jargon or niche terminology from the sales page, ask would someone with no context understand what they are getting in 5 seconds, test with a fresh audience segment that has zero prior exposure to you. This is like one of the most important things to do if you want to scale. If you want to make fast money, this is not important to you. If you want to make like fast and like easy money, when you want to make like $5,000, $10,000, then this is not important. But if you want to scale, then this is the most important thing you can do, right? So, insider mechanism, name versus plain outcome. Weak, the lean ascension engine. This is what I'm using for the lifestyle business. This is the mechanism for it. I'm building out the offer right now. You're going to see it very soon. Maybe by the time this video is out, it's already out. Your 3-phase system for automated buyer ascension. A complete stranger reads this and has no idea what they're getting. So what is this? You read this. This is internal things that I would understand and what I'm trying to help them with in trying to get to their goal. But they don't understand shit, right? So a done-for-you funnel that turns cold traffic into high-ticket clients automatically, no sales calls, no team, no daily content. I would even add a done-for-you funnel that gets buyers in for free and turns them into high-ticket clients automatically. So I would just add that in because that people still understand what a low-ticket buyer is, right? Or a buyer. So another one is process-focused versus results-focused. So weak. A step-by-step blueprint covering traffic architecture, OTO sequencing, and back-end monetization frameworks. Okay, this sounds like a lot of work. Cold traffic, scroll past it because most people don't even understand what the hell you're talking about. Okay. Strong is wake up to sales notifications every morning from a funnel you built once, even while you were asleep. That is the main thing they want, guys. This gets them there, but this is what they want. Okay. Next, leak. A headline that works at $50 a day dies at $1,000 a day. Your sales page headline is the first thing cold traffic sees when they land. At low spend, most of your traffic is warm or semi-warm, people who have seen your ad multiple times, visited your page before, or came through retargeting. They will convert on a mediocre headline. When you scale, you flood the page with completely cold strangers with zero context. The headline that worked on your warm audience will not hold up under cold traffic at volume. That's what I just said, right? In low spend, Facebook is showing your offer to people who interacted with you, who interacted with offers similar to yours, but there's only so many of those people available, especially when you scale. Okay? What you want to do is write headlines for the least aware person in your market. So people who have no, I wouldn't say no idea, but very, very, very low idea of this solution that exists. Okay? Lead with the universal pain, not your mechanism or product name, the universal pain, which is them wanting more sales. No, they don't want a big team. It's headache. It's costing them their profits. These are the things they understand if you're targeting business owners, right? Like me. Test 10 to 20 headline variations at low spend before scaling. Use the even if construction to remove objections up front. What you should not do. Denied and abort is running one headline at scale without split testing. A lot of people do this. They write the whole sales page or their VSL funnel. They only run with one headline. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Stupid. Okay. Writing headlines that assume the reader knows what your offer is. Using clever or witty wordplay on cold traffic. Clarity always beats clever. I'm going to show you the examples for this. Scaling a page that only worked on retargeting audiences, exactly what I said, right? Before. A headline that worked on your warm audience doesn't mean it works on a cold audience. The fix is audit your headline when a complete stranger stops scrolling for it. Rewrite it leading with the pain they feel right now, not the solution to your offer. Split test fear-based versus desire-based at low spend before scaling. Fear-based works very well if you're targeting B2C. So B2C, business to consumers. If you want to target high-level entrepreneurs, their main focus is desire. Okay. Check. Does the headline work if the reader has never heard of you before? Are you presenting an irresistible offer? Are you presenting enough authority? Are you presenting enough trust to a person that has not seen what you did before? Okay. Okay. So, aware headline. Warm traffic gets it versus unaware headline, which is cold traffic connects. The buyer flywheel, one of my offers. How to build a self-sustaining info business. Cold traffic has no idea what a buyer flywheel is. They bounce immediately. I'm talking about the headline. Doesn't mean the buyer flywheel mechanism doesn't appear anywhere. It just means on the headline, it's probably not a good idea. Okay? Strong is why your funnel makes sales, but the bank account stays empty. Anyone running a funnel feels this instantly. They stay and keep reading. Okay? Another one, clever wordplay versus pure clarity. Oh, so important. A lot of people like to be freaking smart with their headline. Okay, stop. It's stupid. I wanted to be one of those guys too. It doesn't work. Sometimes it works. Sometimes. Now, don't get me wrong. Sometimes those very unique and clever headlines, they work really well. But most of the time, it's going to hurt your conversions. Okay? Stop leaving money on the funnel table. I've seen this headline before, by the way. Cold traffic does not get the wordplay, they just see a confusing line and leave. How to 3x your revenue without spending more on ads? Super simple. I want to 3x my revenue without spending more money on ads. Simple. Instant, obvious, no effort required from the reader. Okay, once they see it, they understand it. Next, your copy assumes context that cold traffic does not have. Cold traffic has no trust, no context, and no patience. Every assumption you make in your copy, that they know the problem, that they trust the mechanism, that they believe the result is possible, is wrong. Cold traffic needs to be sold from zero. Most copy is written for people who are already halfway convinced. It skips the problem agitation, jumps straight to the solution, and loses cold strangers before they hit the buy button. Okay? So what you should do, open with the problem, not the solution. This is what I always told people in their VSLs, their headline, their copy. If they're presenting an ad, you open with the problem that they're facing, not the solution. Because if you open with the solution, you're assuming they know what their problem is and why that problem is big enough. And you're assuming that your solution makes sense to them. Okay? Agitate the pain before you introduce the offer. Use social proof early. Cold traffic needs to see others winning first. That's why you always see people put testimonials really early up, far up. Right, right, like you are talking to someone who has never heard of this before, which I told you just now as well. Do not start copy with your mechanism or product name. I've made a video about how important your mechanism is when it comes to the effort line, but your mechanism is not the hero of the offer or the copy just yet. Okay? Don't get me wrong. The mechanism is very important and your product name is important, but do not start with that. Okay? Your mechanism is supposed to, after presenting the problem and when you present the solution is going to be so easy and effortless for them that it makes complete sense on how this solution can solve their problem. Okay? Assuming the reader understands why this problem matters, skipping the problem section because you think everyone knows it. Oh, that's what I just said about this just now. Using testimonials only at the bottom, put proof at the top for cold traffic. This is very, very simple. You can change it. You can do it right now. Take your testimonials, throw it to the top. The fix is going to be very similar to here. I'm not going to repeat it. Warm copy opener versus cold copy opener. Okay. As you probably know, most funnels plateau around 10K. That is exactly why we built this system for people like you who are ready to break through. Cold traffic does not know you. They have no context. You lost them in the first sentence when you say, as you probably know. No, they don't know. They don't know that, guys. Okay? If you spent $500 on ads last month, okay, $500 is a bit low. I don't know why I put 500. I think I was meant to put 5,000. And made less back than what you spent, I'm going to show you exactly why that happened and how to fix it today. So much better. I even, it's so easy to write. You might be thinking, that's so simple. But guys, when I read this thing here, it's like you know exactly what you're getting and I'm going to show you and how to fix that problem. So clear. You could be saying this in your content, in your headlines, not headlines, okay, your copy, your openings. It's so much better than you saying, as you probably know. Okay? The reason why this kind of thing works so well is because you're meeting them exactly where they're at. When you say this, they're like, that's me. right? Okay, assuming trust versus earning it. This proven system has helped hundreds of entrepreneurs scale past 100K a month. Warm traffic believes this. Cold traffic thinks, who are you and why should I believe that? When you say this proven system has helped this amount of entrepreneurs, you have not proved yourself. Could be said by anyone. In the last 3 years, I've helped generate over $75 million in client results across info products, coaching, and funnels. Here's the exact system with receipts. Now it's specific, right? Specific. It's specific because of this, right? Credible because of this, and it shows the work before asking for the sale. Okay. Now, leak number 4. One winning ad is a ticking clock, not a strategy. Most people find one ad that works and it scales it. That ad fatigues, frequency goes up, cost per lead spikes. They panic, cut spend, and blame the funnel. The real problem is that they were one creative away from zero. Okay, scaling requires a constant pipeline of new creatives. At $500 a day, you need 3 to 5 fresh creatives every week. One winning ad is not a scalable strategy, it is a ticking clock. One winning ad nowadays, it can't scale that much anymore. Yes, it can still scale, don't get me wrong. But what I'm trying to do is the very likelihood of you having that one specific ad that reaches a very cold audience with a frequency of less than 1 is gonna be very hard to pull off. So I really suggest you do this. Okay. Approve. Test 10 to 20 new ad angles every week. Build a new creative production system, not a one-off process. Kill underperforming creatives fast. Let winners run. I can't even speak. Oh my god. Let winners run and replace as they fade. Test different hooks, angles, and formats simultaneously. I want to give you an example. Doing a testimonial first hook versus a problem hook versus a solution hook. A solution hook, like I said above, solution hook only works with a very warm audience, so be careful with that. But that is one of the concepts you can do. And then another concept could be a POV kind of thing where you show them with your phone like this. It's the same angle, but what you can do is just show it on your phone, walk to your laptop, scroll on a whiteboard or something. There's a different way to show the same thing, okay? Running one creative at scale without replacement pipeline, scaling a single ad angle without testing variations, waiting for results to drop before creating new creatives, assuming a winning creative will run forever. These are the things you should abort. Do not do. Okay? Guys, I hope you like this kind of classified file. I think it's pretty cool, right? I think I was like, because when I came into this YouTube and sharing all these things, I came to this like, oh my god, guys, I'm revealing all my secrets for my clients and for myself. Guys, I'm running cold ads every single day, and this is exactly what I do. I hope you guys enjoy it. Anyway, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you very much. Okay. What I want you to do, I'm not going to read all of this, but I want you to build a weekly creative production SOP, minimum 5 new ads per week. So what you're going to do is create a standard of procedure and an SOP where you tell your team or you tell someone like, hey, every week we need this angle, this angle, this angle, this angle, and this angle, and I want you to make variations of these angles. And every week I want you to take this winning ad and create 5 new variations and new angles of that. This is how you scale a winning a business, guys. It's not. I'm not going to say it's difficult, but at the same time, it's like not going to be easy because you have to build these SOPs and get your team to do it. And once it's done, guys, it's done. You don't have to sit there and micromanage them and do it forever. Okay. Organize your ads by angle, hook, and format. Super important. The same type of angles here, the same type of hooks here, the same type of formats here. What type of formats with what type of angles work. I'm pretty angry at Meta for doing this to us because they are killing off the little guys, okay? And what they're trying to do is make people with money win harder because they are able to produce these amounts of ads and angles, whereas the smaller people they can't, right? They don't have those resources. That means you have to work a lot harder. And well, I'm just telling you the truth. And yeah, I think Meta did a big mistake on that. I think the Andromeda update is just ridiculous, if I'm going to be very honest. Okay, so set a frequency cap alert. I just want to go through this again. When the frequency hits 3+, so in your Facebook ad, you'll see something called frequency, okay? If you're anything more than anything more than 3, it means it's getting shown more than 3 times to the person every day, okay? We want to be at 1 to 3, nothing more than 3. So week, running one ad, how to build a 100K per month business for six straight weeks. Frequency hits 4.2, CPLs doubles from 4 to 9, you panic and cut the budget, the whole funnel stalls. Week 1, this is what you should do. Pain hook, why a funnel makes sales but never makes money. Week 2, proof hook, $75 million in client results, here's the system. Week 3, curiosity hook, the $17 offer that funds everything. Each angle finds a different buyer. When one fatigues, the next one is already running, okay? Your winning ad starts dying on a Thursday, CPL is up 40%, you spend the weekend scrambling to write new ads, you launch them cold on Monday with no data, 2 weeks of wasted ad spend while you figure it out. What you should do is every Monday, 3 new ad variations go into testing at $20 per day, each regardless of how current ads are performing. So, I'm getting a bit thirsty. Sorry guys, let me get... Okay. So, I'm going to explain this. Every Monday, you're going to look at your ads and you're going to create new angles. You're going to create new variations and new formats, 3. Okay? 3 to 5 weekly. And you're going to launch them regardless of your ad spend and your ROAS. If you are doing really well with some of the ads, do not take that as a reason to be complacent and just bump the budget like crazy. You still want to launch new ads because that winning ad has a very high probability of not working once you scale past a ceiling. So if you're spending $500 a day, and let's say you have a winning ad that's producing 2 to 3x ROI, you bump it to $1,000 a day, it goes well, still 2x ROI, you bump it to $2,000 a day, and then you start seeing 1.5x. So now you have to pull back the budget to $1,000 a day on that winning ad, and that extra $500 a day would go to a new winning ad creative that you need to find. Make sense? Okay, next, you are paying to acquire buyers and then abandoning them. When you scale paid traffic, you are spending more to acquire each buyer. The only way scaling becomes profitable is if your back end collects what the front end spent. A weak email sequence or no sequence at all means you are paying scale prices for front end only revenue. The upsell stack covers the ad spend, the email sequence builds the profit. Without it, scaling just means losing money faster. Okay? What you want to do is build a minimum 30-day buyer sequence before scaling the ad spend. If you have winning ads and they're generating profit, you want to build a 30-day email sequence for the buyers. Okay? And then you want to pitch high ticket on days 1 to 2 where the intent is at its peak. Deliver a quick win in the first 3 emails. Segment buyers completely from non-buyers. You never want to mix these two. Okay? What you should not do is scaling traffic with no post-purchase email sequence. That is a recipe for disaster. If you think people are going to go through your funnel, they're going to buy something, go through your funnel, and then book a call and then buy a 15K package, and you assume that's going to be like that for the rest of your life, you are insane. If there's one thing you should do right now, it's this. That is how important this thing is, okay? You should not be scaling traffic with no post-purchase sequence. Sending the same emails to buyers and non-buyers both require different type of languages. Okay, these are people that already bought and trust you. Your language is going to be a little bit softer to them, and you're going to be more friendly with them, still agitating pain points, but still treating them very well. Okay, you need to treat them very highly and treat them like they made a smart purchase. Going silent after the sale and relying on OTOs alone, stupid, I just told you. Waiting weeks before pitching the next offer to a fresh buyer. Like I said, 1 to 2 days. Okay? Now, audit your buyer sequence. How many emails over how many days are you doing? Add a 1 to 2 high ticket pitch if you don't have one. Segment your list immediately. If you're mixing buyers and non-buyers, that's recipe for disaster. Map your email revenue per subscriber. If it's under $1, the sequence needs work. Okay. Let's say you have 1,000 buyers. Your 1,000 buyers should be worth $1,000 at least. Okay. Usually $1 refers to non-buyers. Where's the non-buyers? Here. A buyer email can be worth $10 to $15. 1,000 buyers is worth $10,000 a month. I'm going to be very honest with you. That is, and it's even more sometimes. It really depends. Okay, it can go up to 20,000. It really depends on your offer and your price point and how you email and all those things. But minimum $10. Okay, per buyer. Buyer purchases $17 offer on Monday. This is what you should not do. What is weak? Gets a receipt email, gets your next broadcast 11 days after promoting a completely different product, never gets pitched high ticket, never hears from you consistently, leaves and never comes back. This is how you make people forget about you. You're not that special. Never think you're special. Think you always need to prove yourself. Okay? Strong. Day 1, welcome plus the one thing to do first. Day 2, what most people miss plus first high ticket pitch. Day 5, case study of a real result. Day 14, you have had the system 2 weeks. Here's what is next, plus second high ticket pitch. Day 30, final re-engagement plus last push, all automated. Now, you can see it's day 1, 2, 5, 14, 30. I do this because some clients don't want to push every single day. I think that is stupid. In my opinion, an even better version of this is emailing them every single day, because that just produces more money. And I did this because some of my clients don't want to send every day. They're really, really uncomfortable. So this is the second option that we do. Okay. Now, what is weak? Same broadcast to everyone versus segmented behavior. Sending the same weekly email to an entire list. Buyers, unconverted leads, and cold opt-ins all get the same message. A buyer who purchased yesterday gets an email asking them to buy the thing they just bought. Oh my god, this thing I used to do this. It's not intentional, but it happened, and it made people angry. It's not good. Okay, what you should do: buyers go into a buyer sequence, delivering results and pitching the next step. Unconverted leads go into a separate sequence. Focus on getting them to buy the front end. The different message, different offer, different timing. Never the same email to both groups. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. One of these leaks is gonna apply to you, but what I suggest you to do is fix one leak at a time. See the revenue go up, and then fix the next leak and the next leak and the next leak, and soon you'll be having a very, very profitable business ready to print money. And yeah, if you want me to build your funnel from scratch, your whole lifestyle business, click the link in the description box below. If not, I'll see you in the next video, and please remember to like, comment and subscribe. See you.